Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interweb. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you love money and crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, if you like our live streams, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button for us. We got like 5,000 people in the chat right now. Let's go ahead and get a head start on that thing. That way YouTube knows to show this video to more people. We've got a really big video for you today, really big shows. We're going to be discussing what the heck is going on with Bitcoin. We're having a lot of volatility right now. Later tonight, I'm going to have a video for you guys that's a little more long-term video on Bitcoin over this bull run, what you guys can expect. Are we tracking along with where we should be? It's going to be really interesting. And then, of course, at 2 p.m., I have an interview with Ben Zhu from Bybit. You guys are going to want to check out as well. We're going to be taking a look at the markets, of course, as we do every single show. Coinbase IPO. Is it a scam? That's what we're going to be looking at. There's one big-name investor known as a bully who's bullying Coinbase right now. We're going to find out if there's any truth to that. We're going to find out about some crypto reporting lagging behind BitBoy Crypto. We see that a lot. We're breaking stories first here. A lot of stories, and then we got people writing articles about it later. Taking a look at Orion Protocol here in a little bit. They got some staking stuff coming out. We're going to be looking at some interesting Glassnode charts. Of course, we're going to be tackling Gamestop, the Fed, crashing, Ethereum. Big news for Ethereum you guys are going to want to check out for all the ETH heads in here, or hashtag ETHGang. And then at the end of this video, we have a conspiracy. There is a conspiracy going around that there's a lot of underhanded stuff happening at Kraken. Now, is it? Is it not? Jesse Powell behind it? I don't know. He's acting like he's a little annoyed with some stuff. We're going to find out about that when we get there. The stage lighting seems a little bit dim. I was thinking that same thing, TJ. Can you turn me up a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. All right, guys. First, coming in, 573,000 members of the BitSquad. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. There we go. That's better. That's better. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and making us the #1 largest channel in cryptocurrency. It's not about us here. It's about you. The information that we give is to enable you to reach your potential, to make money in cryptocurrency, and we love that. We're going to be taking a look in mail time at the end from someone who's doing that. Some really interesting thoughts. Before we jump into the markets, guys, a couple things I do want to show you. We do have this new Hit Network channel. Now, this was the BitSquad channel. We have the last rebrand of this channel, I swear, guys. It's Hit Network. And you can't find it if you search it on YouTube right now. By searching Hit Network, the SEO is taking a little bit to kick in. If you search BitSquad, this will come up. But, guys, we got a really cool video for you guys over here, how I lost 7 figures in a day. We're going to be taking a look at every day behind the scenes, what's going on here. So, like for instance, if you just check out this video, you know it's me and TJ. We got some commentary going on. It shows you what we're doing in the daytime, talks we're having, shows us recording the live show. A lot of interesting stuff that you guys are going to want to check out. You guys can see 403 likes and 4 dislikes. Everybody likes this. You guys, if you want to know what's going on here at BitBoy Crypto, then make sure you guys go check out this video and check out this channel. And just a reminder, guys, if you click this link here on bitboycrypto.com/deals for my virtual conference I'm doing with Kiana. We're working on a new page. Let's see if it's working. Still not working. The $1 Million Family Live, I'm going to be talking from 12 to 12:45 Eastern Standard Time at this virtual event. It's really for ladies and people that want to know how to balance their family life. So you guys want to check that out, you can do that by clicking on the link on bitboycrypto.com/deals. And what I would like to say is after this, I'm going to be going straight from this virtual conference to an in real life meeting and interview with Graham Stephan on Saturday in Vegas before we do our meetup Saturday night, 7 to 11 at the Venetian at the lounge. That is confirmed. I think we're on the Venetian side. I got to remember which one that is. How do I feel about Crypto and Da Vinci saying ETH will hit $47,000 by the end of the year? It's interesting because apparently Carl was saying he's very bearish on Ethereum right now, and they're all neighbors, aren't they, TJ?
Yeah, I think they all live in the same building.
Yeah, they live in the same building. I think we just doxed all of them.
Oops.
You know what? One of them was telling me when it gets so hot there in Dubai in the summer that they actually can't live there in the summer. Isn't that interesting? We need to ask Leanne. Leanne lived in Dubai for New Money Gang, so we'll have to check that out. But anyways, guys, really excited. A lot of fun stuff coming this weekend. We are going to be in Vegas, meeting with Graham Stephan. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. We're going to be doing some vlogs while we're there and stuff. You guys get to see what's going on. So let's move on. Let's look at the markets here, guys. The market's very interesting. I can't wait to talk to you guys about my trade I made here in a little bit, but we'll get there when it's time. Right now, Bitcoin coming in at $50,914. Ethereum at $16.29, starting the comeback. God, it was just at $2,000. It's at $16.29. All right, Binance Coin coming in still number 3 at $254, but looky here. Look who's right on its heels. Cardano. That's right, guys. Cardano massively pumping. Did it hit a new all-time high just now? It did, I think. Did it? No. All-time high was $1.16. Right now it's at $1.14. Cardano ADA. Let's go. Now, listen. I'm going to make a statement here that's pretty interesting. I think a lot of people will be surprised to hear me say. I made this on a show yesterday I was on. I don't know when it comes out. It's on a channel called The Contrarian Dude. But basically what I said is that I believe right now, if I were forced to make a decision on one coin to put my money in right now, one coin, I'm going Cardano. I'm going ADA right now. Well, why is that? Okay. You guys know I love Ethereum. I'm certainly not selling any of my Ethereum at all. We are locked in our Ethereum holds, and we think that's going to pay off big time. But right now, there's some questionable stuff. We're trying to figure out what's going on with Ethereum. Are the gas fees really affecting it? Is the network congestion really affecting it? Is Binance playing games with Ethereum? Are there chains that are going to rise up and be better during this cycle? People are leaving Uniswap in great numbers. Obviously so. The reason is because of the gas fees. Or is there more to it? Is it the CME futures? Is it institutional investors trying to keep it down on purpose? We're going to be looking at another institutional channel coming up, possibly for Ethereum. And so all that stuff combined, there's just some questions with it right now. With Cardano, I don't feel like you have any questions. I mean, if you look here, this article talks about how Cardano is set to outpace even the fastest moving crypto coins. And I think that's true. So right now, while I still am bullish, look, guys, it's going to take a lot for Cardano to replace Ethereum in my heart as my number one coin. I'm still staying with Ethereum in that regard. I think ultimately it still has the leg up on the competition, but we'll just have to see what happens. Some other coins that are doing pretty well when you look at the last 24 hours, we got Phantom, Engine, and Polygon. Phantom has had a lot of big news lately, a lot of partnerships and things happening with it. Right now, it's up 373% for the week. It's in the last month, it's up 1,400%. God, I am just kicking myself, man. You guys know my friend Forza on Twitter, who is on my research team. You guys should listen to this guy. His username is Forza. Yeah, Forza_crypto. You guys make sure to go follow this guy. Very underrated. Listen to what he says. He's on my research team. So he's been telling me about Phantom for a while. So Phantom's crushing it. We also have we've got Engine doing really well. A lot of really cool stuff coming for Engine. It's up as well over the last week. The last day it's up 31%. We know NFTs are blown up, and it is definitely getting some of the love. And then we got Polygon also crushing it today. The Matic rebrand, as you guys know, they haven't rebranded the token yet, but Polygon providing two-layered solution to build multi-chain system. It's kind of like trying to bring, oh, there's Forza. Check it out. He said, okay, check it out. You're going to love this. Hashtag FTM. ShamWow. Love Forza. That guy's awesome. Listen, you guys go show this guy some love on Twitter. You guys give him over 1,000 followers at least today, for sure. But basically what Matic is trying to do is make the Polygon system, or the Polkadot ecosystem of blockchains, a multi-chain ecosystem like Cosmos as well, or Avalanche, trying to bring that to Ethereum. Once again, something that could make a big difference. Also, guys, Orion Protocol, I saw Wendy tweeting about this yesterday. You guys make sure to follow Crypto Wendy O on Twitter and TikTok. Orion Protocol up 9%, $13.87. It had some big news. They just launched their staking calculator, and it just, I don't know how much you guys want to know about, staking, but Orion Protocol, a decentralized finance platform, released a staking calculator on February 23rd to allow, did I say September?
You did.
I think I said September. Why would I say that? On February 23rd to allow Orion token holders to calculate rewards, just the latest in a lot of DeFi projects to offer staking. I wanted to bring that up because you guys know we are partners with YFDAI. We love YFDAI. I don't know where the price is right now. Let me just take a quick glance at the price. It was over $5,000 last time I was looking. It's probably had a correction, I would assume. $4,500, can't shake that with a stick. Man, $4,500. We started covering it. It was around $700, I think. So absolutely crushing it. They recently partnered with Orion Protocol for liquidity for their Safe Swap. So Safe Swap is, supposed to prevent rug pulls. It's like a hybrid exchange. So you guys definitely check that out. Can ADA reach ETH price per coin? What are the chances? You got to understand the relationship between the supply and the price. So for Cardano, when you're looking at that, you got a, let's see, how many, where's the supply at? Where is the supply? Am I not seeing it on here? Where is it? Oh, it's up here. Okay, so the supply is 32 billion tokens. Ethereum has 113 million. So when you put that in perspective, it would have to be massively larger of a market cap to match Ethereum's. And so long and short of it, it's not going to happen. The price of Cardano will not reach the price of Ethereum.
But focus on the market cap, not necessarily the price per coin. So the market cap could reach the market cap of Ethereum.
Yeah, good point, TJ. So when you come here and you look at and you're doing coin research, when you're looking for can a coin catch a coin, you don't need to be looking at the price. The price has too much to do with the supply. You have ones with billions, some with trillions, some with millions, some with thousands. And so that matters a whole lot. That's why YFDAI is worth 4,500 because there's only like 13,000 coins or something like that. I can't remember the exact number. But can Cardano with a $35 million market cap catch $billion market cap catch Ethereum at 186 billion, 5 times higher? Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. Somebody's up 30% already with Market Cipher. That is fantastic. You guys can find that at bitboycrypto.com/deals. We're going to be doing a video on that tomorrow, I believe. Okay. Tech royalties. I should look into that. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the Bitcoin chart, guys. I tried to move past that quick here. For the Bitcoin chart, before we actually dig into the chart itself, guys, Bitcoin dump saw exchange inflow. Now, keep in mind, this is 18 hours ago. Saw exchange inflow jump over 1,000%. Whale address sells 2,700 coins. Have two pool hawks, 3,600 BTC. Very interesting. You go on to read this, and guys, we're way ahead of this. They think it could be going to Gemini, and they think it could be an address on F2 Pool's list. Well, we've already known that. We said that a week ago. So, on the date it actually happened, which was, I think, February 21st. So 4 days ago, we told you this was the case. We already knew it. You already knew it. Just showing if you're watching this show, the BitSquad, you guys are ahead of the curve. You guys are ahead of the curve. Okay. Bitcoin outflows on Coinbase suggest institutions are buying the dip. So when it comes to the Bitcoin price in the chart, you got to keep in mind that right now, while the prices are dropping in a lot of places, in fact, institutions are diving in. They are still buying Bitcoin. So let's head on over here to the chart and check out what is going on and kind of what I'm seeing. Right now on the 4-hour chart, I mean, guys, you can't make it up. Market Cipher wins again. Look at this move here, and then look at your green dot. Right there it was. Right there it was. We told you guys that was the bottom. I've made 2 very successful trades since then, which we'll get to here in just a few minutes. But you know what else is interesting is yesterday we made this. Well, now I need to make it a different color. Let's see here. Make it a different color. Make it green. Okay, so right here you guys see this line. We drew that line and said this could be, or this is the line where I think MicroStrategy bought. I believe it was, is what that was. And we said this line could maybe act like some resistance. And look, there it is. We got very close to that right there. So that's a terrible color for the drawing. Check 1 inch. They just released some news. We'll get to 1 inch here in just a second. But yeah, so what am I looking at right now on the charts? What did I see yesterday? So yesterday I was watching, I think, what is this? The 1 hour chart. I was watching somewhere in this general vicinity. Now look at this. I mean, my gosh, guys. When you guys look at this price point right here, 51,255, I mean, look how tight that line is. Look how many touch points you got right there, or almost touch points. Definitely a lot. That's shaping up to be some pretty strong resistance. We broke out of it a little bit. We went right back down. And I don't know how long people are trying to keep the money down, but we do have some futures news this week. We got a lot of stuff going on. So what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for opportunities for quick pops, okay? So when you look at the 2-hour chart, here's something I find to be very fascinating. The 3-hour chart and above, you guys will see we are overbought on. When you guys see this red line right here, well, when you see the red line that's right here, well, let's try it one more time. Right here, this red line, that's overbought, okay? That means that it could go back down. That's a large time frame. But when you go in the 2-hour and below, you guys will see that we're due pretty much for a pop on, let's see, I think it's the 1 hour and the 2 hour. It was at 3 hour as well. Yeah, just the 1 hour and the 2 hour. So I'm kind of waiting right now to see what happens. I think we're probably in the very near future. What a terrible color. I hate that color. In the very near future, I think we will probably see another bit of a dip. Not a huge one. I think if you're looking at this resistance line right here at 47,000, about $48,000, when you're about $48,000, I think this thing could very easily bounce again off of this. And that kind of a target point to look at in the short term will be right here in that range, anywhere in the $48,000 range. And I think it could hit it, in the next hour or two. And I don't know, maybe we'll see a slight increase. I mean, if you look right here, you could have maybe something like that, maybe, and then you could look for an entry point. I tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an entry point between $48,000 and $49,000. That's what I'm looking for an entry point with Bitcoin. Now, if you want the long-term prognostication of where Bitcoin's going, definitely check out my video tonight at 6. It's going to be great. This video at 6, we're going to show you exactly where we're at with all the price targets we talked about at the end of last year and where we're at. I almost died just now. Oh, my God. Okay. Also, today's show brought to you by Essential Water, but I don't have one on the stage, so thank you. But when you look at the kind of longer term stuff and you really start looking at some of these lines here, I mean, you can see, we are in an uptrend pretty much since we dipped the other day on the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart's pretty important. So I would think you could look for something in that $48,000 to $49,000 range. And we could get a bounce from there. I don't think we're going to be bearish for too long. I think we do have another good run left in us before we get another major correction. So we'll just have to see what happens. Guys, maybe March isn't going to be as bearish as we thought. We've been talking about for a while that March is going to be very bearish. February is going to be awesome. But we've got some of that bearish baked into the end of February now. So, it didn't happen exactly like we thought. But just something to keep in mind. So let's look at Glassnode because I want to show you guys some interesting stuff. I mean, obviously, you guys know we look at the new poll every day almost. Now, I think that somebody said, by the way, I buy it. I don't know what that says. March new lows, Bitcoin at 38K to 40K. I do think that's very possible. We're going to talk about in our video tonight, though, about how we're well ahead of pace. And usually that means you could get a correction. But also, we might not. I would see that $44,000 to me, and we talk about in the video tonight, that's a very key level. If we can get back on the upswing and get up to about 60K or 62K and drop back down, I think 44K is a number I'm really looking at. We might get a double bottom there, but maybe not. Do I think ADA will ever end up on Coinbase or Gemini? If it does, how much of an impact do you think it would make on the price? Huge impact, and yes, I do believe. I believe it will go there this year. I don't know about Gemini, but I will say I do believe Coinbase will go this year. I'm shocked it's not. Yeah, we'll talk about the Fed crashing here in a little bit. When you look at the new poll and you look at where we're at right now, it's pretty interesting when you look at the last 2 weeks. You look at we got so close, the closest we've ever been to the line of euphoria not touching it, and now look at this plummet. Is this strategic? Is this strategic by people dumping the prices? Here's the truth of it, guys. When you look at the stock to flow model, okay, and let me pull up that stock to flow model real quick before we get to the chart I want to show about it. Because when you look at the stock to flow model, it's very interesting to think about how accurate this thing is. How accurate this thing is. And when you look at where we're at on the stock to flow right now, you see we are well above the average price. We are well above. We should be, according to this model, at about $33,000 right now. And look how far above it we are. So we could certainly see a correction down to it, okay? God, I hate when I do that. I hate when I do that. But, one thing is, if you look back on the history of this model, I'm trying to look. Okay, so this is something I do want to say. Traditionally, when you look at this chart and you start to look at these different bull runs, like you look here at this bull run, that was 2013, 14, or 12 and 13. When you look here, this 2016, 2018, okay? And then when you look here at 2017, I mean, traditionally, when we get pretty well above the median lines, we don't necessarily snap back under them. I know we did have that one right there where we did, but it didn't get well above the line. Right now, when you look at where we're at, we're well above the 463 stock to flow ratio. So I don't know. I think we could come and bounce off of it maybe, but I don't think we're going to go below it. But we'll just have to see. As you guys see on this, as you look in these bull runs, the two that we have on record so far after the halvings, they're kind of different. If you look at this one, what you see is the price goes way up. Oh, did you just move it to Glassnode?
Yeah.
Oh. As you see here, the price goes way up, and then it never really came back down to this line, whereas this one had a kind of a slower start to it. This one had basically a flat start, and now we're on a parabolic move, so it's kind of like a combination of the two. People are talking about Kangal. Can you mute that? That's getting way too spammy. Okay, so want to show you guys this. So this is a chart from Glassnode called the Bitcoin stock to flow deflection. Now, we know the stock to flow chart we're going to talk about a lot tonight. This is a big chart. It's never been wrong in the history of Bitcoin. That's why we believe Bitcoin's going above $289,000, which is its landmark it thinks is going to get to. But on this chart right here, this basically breaks down, if you look at what it exactly means. The stock to flow, or SF deflection, is the ratio between the current Bitcoin price and the SF model. If deflection is greater than or equal to 1, I don't know how to speak in math, I guess, it means that Bitcoin is overvalued according to the stock flow model, otherwise undervalued. So this puts everything we were just talking to really into perspective, and you can kind of see between 2011 and 2014, where you got these super parabolic moves, and of course we know we did have hyper Bitcoinization here, and then we had a drop before it went back up to new all-time highs again. Now, when you look at the last bull run, it didn't get quite as high above basically the average of where the stock to flow thinks we should be at certain points. But, you could almost kind of look at this. You could draw lines on this, it almost looks like. Very interesting. But right now, what you'll see if we go to the last... Okay, before I go to the Zoom part, what I want to tell you guys is this is another one of those indicators. This is kind of like Newpol, where you can look at where the chart is, and you can kind of get a determination on what's about to happen. Well, when you zoom in here and you look at the last, let's look at the last 3 months, you guys see. You come back here to January 8th, and what happened? That was the peak of the market. That was when Bitcoin peaked out, and it started dropping after that. And, of course, had its little bitty run up, and then it got shoved back down again. Well, right now, we are on a big, we were on a big upswing. It got in the red here, as you guys can see, and then we had a plummet. Every time this thing is peaking over this valuation, it's getting shoved down. And to me, I think that when you go back and you really look at the whole entire chart here, that what you'll see is I just don't think we've had anything close to, parabolic yet. I think we're kind of close to this range in 2016 where it was peaking above and getting crushed, peaking above and getting crushed. Right now, we're still peaking above and getting crushed. We're still waiting for the massive run-up. And, of course, we had the one over here, which was the Plus token Ponzi scheme pump that we had over the summer of 2018. TJ, we were actually together for that.
Yep. That was
right.
Conference, right?
Mm-hmm. We rode the Bit Bus.
Oh, Bitcoin, that was 2019 or 20? Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2019. Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it? Time goes by so fast.
It does.
So, I was talking to Ben from Bybit last night for this interview coming out today, and he said, "Oh yeah, man, like we met, we hung out in Vegas last year, and yada yada." So it was like, "No, Ben, that was not last year.
That was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago." Yeah. Like, golly, I hardly had any subscribers. I had to convince him that that I was relevant. It's like I had to do to everybody my whole life, but
here we are.
Okay. All right. So, Glassnode is a place, by the way, they hook us up with this account. You guys make sure to check out Glassnode. They're very gracious to give us access to a lot of these charts. We're still trying to find some that are really good to kind of indicate stuff. I think what would be really cool is if we could figure out, I think we would have to figure out a way to interpret these charts to come up with some stuff to predict what's about to happen instead of looking back and saying, oh, see? Does that make sense, DJ?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think we can.
Yeah, go back to that.
Oh, I thought I stopped it.
Michael Phoenix says, I have to pause on every name now and read it first with my eyes.
By the way, the other one was when I buy it goes down. That's what it said.
Oh, when I buy it goes down. See, I didn't even say it because I was nervous. What would have to happen for you to move to ADA as your largest hold? Well, it's our number 2 hold right now.
I mean, one good pump.
One good pump. I mean, I'll tell you this, if it goes up 100% from here, it would be our largest hold. So, Ecomi, good long-term investment. Keep up the great work. All I know is we have an AMA with them on Telegram coming up soon. Okay, so let's go to our 1K to 10K, or our 10K to 100K trading competition. We'll also touch on, happy birthday, Crypto Cars. Happy birthday. We'll also touch on the 10K to, so many challenges.
Both challenges. We're going to talk
We're going to
look
at both challenges.
Yeah.
Thank you, TJ. That's a great way to say that. Okay, so guys, I'm going to show you what's going on with Bybit. Of course, if you want to sign up for Bybit, you guys can do that by going to bitboycrypto.com/deals. You guys can sign up right there. You guys know the drill. Market Cipher is what we use, and some of y'all may be signing up for Market Cipher today. I got a feeling some of you guys will be signing up today when you see what we've done in 2 days. And also, I've got another page being worked on right now. It might be active. It's not active for me on this computer. But if you just go to the top of bitboycrypto.com right now, you'll see a Bybit page. And there should be some links for you to go. And we just fixed it up this morning. We got a Bybit trading competition you guys can sign up for right now, along with if you want to sign up for the referral program, all stuff like that. So let's move on and look at what I've done. So here we go, guys. You guys remember what we started with? Do you guys remember what we started with 2 days ago? Well, I lost it. 2 days ago, we started this account with $10,000. In 2 days, we have already got this thing up to $25,000. We're actually now getting some money to play with. As you guys know, 2 days ago, we made a trade that worked out pretty well. You look at our profit and loss. We are up $14,000, $14,559. We have 2 trades so far. We had one where we got it at 47,235 and got out at 49,643. That was low leverage with 15x. Well, for me, low leverage. Probably not low for most people. 0.04 BTC. And then last night, we got the come up, a $2,000 price move for Bitcoin, and we made 0.25 biddies. Oh gosh, yeah, we're feeling a lot of pressure on Voyager, so we will. I can promise you guys this. By the way, Bondly video coming out. Is it tomorrow or Saturday? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Tomorrow or Saturday for 100%. 100% tomorrow or Saturday. Voyager, we're going to find out a way to work them in the next 5 to 10 days. That's what I'll say. We will. So anyways, guys, we made that trade. We did really good. We've crushed it in our challenge now. So basically for our challenge, we just have to get this to $90,000. And we are now 1/6 of the way there already in 2 days. And I'm just using Market Cipher, guys. I'm using Market Cipher to do this challenge. I'm trading a lot on the 1 hour chart. I mean, if you had got, obviously on the 1 hour chart, you got to be careful. So set a stop loss, because this right here, there was a green dot, but then, and I think you would have caught this up here in the wick. You wouldn't have caught and got, to the downside. But you wouldn't have made that big of gains. But look right now, if you would have caught this green dot here and riding this wedge on the way up, you would be doing pretty good right now. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm waiting for really big dips. I'm waiting for really important moments for Bitcoin where we get big dips, and I feel like, okay, it's a good opportunity. Then I'm going to Market Cipher. A few things that I'm looking for. Obviously, I'm looking for green dots on the bottom. I'm looking for green. That's your number one. Yeah, that's your number one right there. Green dots at the bottom. Let me change this color. This color is so jank. Let's use light blue. No, that's terrible too. Let's use white. That's perfect. Okay, so green dots there. What am I also looking for? I'm looking for the money flow. So right here, you guys see the money flow in the red. I'm waiting for that to seem like it's turning up. Because when that money flow turns up and it starts going into the green like this right here, that's a good sign that we're getting somewhere pretty cool. Christian Carry On says, can you explain how to take profit without closing the trade with Bybit? Yeah, we'll talk about that in a Market Cipher and Bybit tutorial this weekend. So don't worry about that. But back to the chart here. So I'm looking at this money flow. Like right now, I'm looking at this money flow, and it looks like it's going that way, and it could easily go, kind of like that. Not that high, obviously. It would look, more something like this, But I'm looking to see what happens. There could be some good trades on this 1 hour. Right now, I do think that we are going to get a drop. Like I said, I'm looking in between $48,000 and $49,000 for a trade. But I'm just waiting for these signals, and I'm just waiting for them to align. But one thing I'm doing right now is I'm using a stop loss. I usually do not use a stop loss. Why do I use a stop loss, or why do I not use a stop loss? Because I have enough money. If I get wrecked, I'll just freaking put more money in and I'll make it back. I mean, you guys have seen me do that 3 or 4 times. Right now, I don't have that option because I only have 10,000 to start with. Like, I don't want to end this challenge and have lost. So now I am setting stop losses, and I haven't got hit with them yet, but I'm making sure that I still have money to play with if I get stopped out, and hopefully it won't be a wick and it'll go down further and I get a better position. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm really using the 1 hour, the 2 hour charts as well. The 4 hour chart, I was, let me reset the drawings here. I was using the 4 hour chart, but we already got our green dot here. So unless we get, I will tell you one thing. Let me tell you this. This is the last thing I'll say on this subject, then we'll move on, okay? Is that when it comes to the green dot on Market Cipher on the 4 hour, very often we get double bottoms with these. This does not mean it's going up, going up, going up forever. I'm waiting to see if we get some signs we're going to come back down in this area on the 4 hour chart, and we'll get another green dot, and in that case, I'm betting the farm. I'm betting the farm if we get a second green dot on a 4 hour chart. So I'm kind of monitoring this, but I'm really watching these other ones. Just a quick update on our other challenge here. Let's refresh that on our 1K to 10K challenge. We should have came up with better names for these. Maybe the Bybit challenge and the trading challenge. I'll tell you one thing I'm thinking about. Right now, it looks like Hyper is up. 1 inch just got some good news. I'm hoping that 1 inch can go over $5 here pretty soon, and we can, maybe take some profits. But I'm watching right now to see what moves we can make. I was going to do like update videos on these every week, but we're talking about it on the stream, and tomorrow we haven't done anything this week. We are considering, here's a big change we're considering, and let me know what you guys think about this. We're considering finding coins that are on TradingView and using Market Cipher that works. I mean, you see how well it works with Bybit. We crush it on here, right? To use that, but on longer term swing trades, because you can you can go like Chainlink. I think has a Bybit chart on TradingView. It's USDT, not BTC pair, but something to keep in mind there. Using Market Cipher, see if it works for swing trading as well. So we might try that. Definitely something. So let's move on. Let's talk about GameStop. I can tell you, I'm feeling this water pulsing through me right now. If y'all see me up here like this, you'll know I got to go. Okay, so GameStop stock just jumped 100%, and Wall Street Bets is ecstatic. GameStop is up again by a lot. Before market close on Wednesday, the video game retailer's shares started to soar, and GME just closed 91.71, up nearly 104% for the day. This is its chart. And it's already up, I think, 40% today from what we hear from our stonks traders in here. It's not exactly clear what's happening here, but one group is celebrating Wall Street Bets. And, of course, you guys can see here. Guys, don't be these people. Don't be these people. I'm not selling. Wow. Do you think GameStop is going to become a profitable company one day? Let me tell you something I realized about GameStop. I went into GameStop a couple weeks ago to get some games for my kids. We were at the mall. We were chilling. Went to GameStop. I said, you know what? Everybody's going to get a video game. So I told my 3 kids, and I'll go pick out a game, and I was going to pick out a game. I got Mortal Kombat, the new one for the PS5. My son got NBA 2K. I always want to say NBA Live, where I was with Latrell Sprewell. I would take in any of y'all, 95, okay? But my son got NBA 2K, the new one, and then my daughter got a Nintendo, I think, some Pikmin game or something. My youngest son got another game. And we were so excited to go get those games. And we walk up to the front, and we say, here are the games we would like to buy. And the girl goes, yeah, about that. And she was really nice, by the way. Actually had the same last name as me, which was pretty interesting. But she said, yeah. And I could just tell she was cringing as she was saying it. Like she was bracing herself. She said, we don't exactly have the games in the store that are on the shelves. I was like, what? Like they're up there like display cases, like you buy them and take them up. Right? It's not like a ticket system where you pull a ticket and if there's no tickets, there's no game. They're there. You walk it up to the front and she goes, yeah, I just have these 2 drawers full. They have like 4% of the games in the store. What, TJ, why is that? Why do you think they only have 4% in the store?
Because they broke.
Because they broke. They ain't got enough to go around. You know what they tell you? Go online and order it. There it'll say sold out maybe. GameStop is actually rigging the game against their own employees. Do you know how much that girl had to deal with on a regular basis? She had people cuss at her and yell at her and all this. I'm like, it's not her fault. That's why GameStop's failing. This is not a long-term investment. Do you want to make money on these pumps? Absolutely. Get in it. But this idea that I'm not selling, this is the guy who's getting ready to sell most likely. He's telling you not to sell. So just keep all that in mind, guys. This happened after the Roaring Kitty went on Capitol Hill and stuff. Ryan Cohen, who is the founder of Chewy, I believe, he posted this post of an ice cream cone. The whole idea is they're expecting the chart to look like the curve of the cone, which McDonald's has a nice ice cream cone. I will say that.
I do love those ice cream cones.
God, they're so good. You know what I love a hot fudge sundae from McDonald's. It's like one of my guilty pleasures.
Yeah, I just like the 99-cent ice cream cone. I get 2.
Yeah, and as people can assume, I love guilty pleasures when it comes to food, for sure. You guys, somebody says, oh, that big boy, you can't trust him. I said, you can trust my food recommendations. You can trust my restaurant recommendations. That's for sure. I'll tell you exactly where you need to go to get the best food. And y'all know that's probably true. I can also tell you the best drink is water.
Yeah, somebody was asking if we got a water sponsor for when we get liquidated. Pretty good. So on the same vein, guys, talking about traditional finance, an operational error causes Fed payment system to crash. This is crazy. The Federal Reserve's back-end payment system that banks, government entities, and investors rely on to transfer cash temporarily went dark. The Fed blamed an operational error for FedWire's collapse and was able to restore services after being down for 2.5 hours. Didn't Janet Notel and Yellen just tell us that Bitcoin and crypto is unreliable?
Yeah.
Didn't she just tell us that?
Yep. And then the Fed turns around and pulls a Coinbase.
Yeah, that's right. That was a joke, right? The Fed turns around and pulls a Coinbase. How funny is that? Trillions of dollars move through FedWire's infrastructure on a daily basis. It is a wire transfer service used to send large sums of money or large sums of cash between banks. This thing's so stupid. I mean, banks are just absolutely dumb. I mean, we hate them so much. We have so many problems with the banks. TJ, do you think our bank problems are personal?
No, I don't think they're personal against us. They might be personal against Bitcoin and crypto.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm taking it personally at this point. I'm over it. I can't stand going into the bank.
God, it's so terrible. We're trying to set up some new accounts and stuff right now. It's just like everything's so difficult.
Yeah.
Like, they make it this way. It's kind of like when I called Comcast one time, or I had a person that worked here. They called Comcast for me, and they're like, "Well, Comcast says they can't come help at your house to wire this thing." And I was like, "Okay." Let me get on the phone. I got on the phone with them. They went through all of these reasons why they can't come to my house and set it up. And at the end of the day, I was like, "Come set it up." I was very mean with them. I tell you that. I was pissed. Right? You guys know. You get mad at Comcast. What you do. And the thing is, the customer service is designed to get you to get off the phone so they don't have to deal with you. When the rep came to my house to fix the problem, he said, "Yeah, of course we can come out. There's no problem. All you got to do is call. We come right out." It's like, yeah, see, they rigged the system to make it difficult because they don't have enough service reps out there. They're not bringing enough money. People are cutting the cable day by day. They don't have enough people out there to handle all the requests. So they filter it through the system so you don't do it. That's exactly what the banks are doing. They don't have the money. They don't have the backing. TJ, tell them about the banker story, about how many days it took the bank to get a banker in there to talk to you.
Oh my goodness. So, I just went to a different bank that he still wasn't there. Basically, it was a Chase branch, and they have
come on the screen. They want to see it.
they have
the ladies love you.
They have one banker that was available for the branch. Basically, only one person who can do anything that you really need to be done, other than just like withdrawing and depositing, which you can do on your own anyway. So he was out sick. He had COVID, which I understand, but I assume a company as big as Chase, when their branch banker gets sick, they're going to replace it with somebody else who can actually perform banking services. And they didn't. They just said, "Nope, he's still sick. Sorry, try again later, go to a different bank." And he's been out for a week. So we went to a different bank, dealt with all that stuff. Another funny story about that was when we were trying to get our limits raised so we can get money out and stuff like that. Ironically, they will raise the limit for debits all the way up to $15K, but if you actually want physical cash, if you actually want to withdraw, it doesn't matter how much money you have, what kind of account, they'll only let you get out $2,000 a day because they don't have the physical cash.
The whole economy is a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
And also, TJ, you said the word that shall not be named. Did you catch yourself saying that? The illness, the pandemic.
Oh well, there goes monetization.
There goes the monetization.
Yeah.
Can't talk about things that are real around here.
It was. Oh well.
It's okay. I
My
forgive
bad.
you.
My bad.
Yeah, you're not as polished at saying pandemic as I am.
I am not.
You know what's funny? In like real life, outside of the when I'm not on the show, I still have a catch in my spirit every time I say that word out loud, because I'm like, wait, who am I in front of? Can I say this? Will I lose money?
Will the overlords get us?
All right, so guys, come follow me on Twitter. You move to the next thing. Come follow me on Twitter, guys. I'll say this. The BitSquad on Twitter is extremely powerful. Exactly as I predicted. Guys, we just hit, look at that, guys, 150K, 150,000 followers on Twitter. I mean, we've gained 100,000 almost in a month, I think, or close to it. And guys, y'all are doing a really good job. When we tell you to go retweet stuff and go do stuff, I'll tell you this. I can't reveal everything. But what I'll tell you is, if you guys remember that thing that I had you do yesterday, I'll just tell you like this. It was heard, and I think it's being worked on. So we'll have more challenges for you guys like that to help us on Twitter, get people on the show. So make sure to come and follow us there. Now, on Twitter, Chamath Palahapitiya, which not now, but at some point, we are going to try to get him on the show. He says, the Coinbase direct listing will either confirm direct listings as a reasonable on-ramp for companies or kill it altogether by making retail the true bag holders. If institutional investors use this period to manipulate the stock from a $54 billion valuation on January 29th to $100 billion now, and then sell to retail at $100 billion or greater, it will be the ultimate form of stock manipulation. Isn't all stock just manipulation? If the stock snaps back at much lower valuation, each private transaction preceding the DL seems manipulative. Good luck to all the players. I'm sitting out. The process stinks. Well, I mean, I think that's what we're seeing is the entire process of everything traditional finance stinks. And, you know, I made a prediction, actually. I made a prediction a while back that I thought that what we would see in this bull market is that we would see a lot of these coins or a lot of companies going public from the crypto arena into the Wall Street space, and that would pretty much signal the end of the bull market. Like, that's going to be the hype and the hysteria, is when we combine the hype between Wall Street bets and crypto, just like what happened with Dogecoin, you get a Super Saiyan event. Super Saiyan. I don't even know how to say it, guys. I try to go to your nerd level. I just can't do it.
We need Ken here.
Well, yeah, we need Ken here so he can talk about Pokemon and Dragon Ball D or whatever it is.
Did you say Dragon Ball D?
Whatever it is.
I think that's a different thing.
Oh, God, TJ. Okay, all right. So Coinbase is doing their IPO, initial public offering. Coinbase reveals $322 million in profit for 2020 ahead of a landmark public debut. The Bitcoin bull run that accelerated during the pandemic has been very good to Coinbase, which will offer the public market a rare thing, a profitable tech unicorn. Now, here's what's interesting, right? We just talked about how Chamath thinks he's bullying Coinbase right now, and I'm here for it. Okay, I like Coinbase pretty well. I'm not trashing anybody in this. I like all these people. But what we're seeing is the hype to this profit that Coinbase is making is absolutely insane, right? But what is their profit going to be when they launch? And this is why I think it's going to get launched later in the year. We don't have a date for this, I don't think. Let's see if there's a date. Coinbase IPO date. Let's see if we have it. Let's see. So this is the latest NerdWallet, what we know. It could be, some reports have suggested it could be early 2021. So I don't know. It could be pretty soon, actually.
I've heard late March is like a float. I don't think there's a definitive time yet, but I've heard late March has been floated
There
out
is no definitive, and I think that's the thing is we don't have a date. But imagine if Bitcoin keeps going up. Imagine how much that number is going to be, how much profit they're going to be in. So I don't know. Maybe... by the way, Dominic G says, lost a lot. Can I get a happy B-Day from you, Bit Daddy? Listen, your daddy says, happy birthday, son. Happy birthday. There you go.
A lot of birthdays today.
A lot of B-Days, baby. Let's go. Let's talk B-Days instead of E-Days. Okay, all right. So, brought that one on myself.
Yep.
The point here is, guys, what do we see some manipulation around this, right? We see some manipulation on the crypto side to get Bitcoin up to a higher price point, to make it launch at a higher price. And then we see, I don't know, maybe there'd be this collapse of the stock market. And I don't know, maybe we might see that. But it does remind me of what Facebook did. Didn't Facebook launch at a super high price and then it immediately plummeted?
Facebook?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I think it did. Somebody in the chat correct me on that, but I believe that is.
I mean, it's kind of like an ICO where they launch at a very, very high price.
Yeah.
Sometimes they dump and then grow back up. I mean, it could be. I think that's more or less what Chamath is saying is institutional investors are orchestrating Coinbase to be a heck of a pump and dump.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, not saying Coinbase isn't a legitimate tech product. They will be around for a long time and they're profitable, will be a good company. He's just saying, I don't know if their valuation really went up $50 million in the last month.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. A stonks pump and dump. I love it. I mean, I don't want to be part of it, but hey, I mean, we're truly bridging crypto and stonks. So anyways, guys, that's what happened there. Let's move on to the Ethereum news because a lot of people are asking this question. They're saying, should I sell my Ethereum? I'm having a lot of people asking me that. We got MM Crypto and Da Vinci talking about the price going all the way to the moon, and then we've got some other people, we've got Carl talking about the price is really bearish and it's going to stay bearish, and we just don't know where it's going to go. And we're going to be tomorrow today we're working on a Bitcoin cycles video. Tomorrow we're going to work on an Ethereum cycle video, because I think what made this channel great is us doing our own research and digging in, creating our own models for where we think things are going. And with Ethereum, once it hit all-time highs, I think I got a little too caught up listening to other people, listening to other YouTubers that do more charting than I do, and then also comparing Ethereum too much to Bitcoin. And we're going to get back to the brass tacks of what did Ethereum do during the last cycle, and how can we apply that to what's going on now. And hopefully we're going to dig up and find some hope for you guys on this. I still don't think there's any way that Ethereum goes down. That Ethereum doesn't have an epic run. I don't think there's any way that Ethereum does not outperform Bitcoin this year.
Here we go. Facebook launched at $38 and was at 18.
18 4 months later. Yeah, people lost 50%. So with Cardano, I've said I think Cardano can outperform Ethereum on this bull run. I said that before. The difference is a lot of the institutional money is coming in on the Ethereum side, meaning there's less risk for people than I think there is with Cardano in the bear market. I think Ethereum's going to hold much better in the bear market, but maybe not. Somebody said, thank you for everything. Please check your boxes from Tyson's Corner, and match Trump, be blessed. Thank you. Okay, we haven't got it yet, but we'll check it out. And is this the address I give out, right?
Yes.
Okay, if anybody wants to send us anything, the address is 3330 Cobb Parkway. It's Cobb with 2 B's. 3330 Cobb Parkway, Acworth, Georgia, ACWORTH, Suite 324. And that is 30101 zip code. So you guys can jot that down if you want to send us some stuff. We had our boy Mike from Alabama Roofing Professional sent us a bunch of cool stuff the other day. So we know we got a lot more stuff on the way. But guys, when it comes to this decision, should you take your money out of Ethereum and put it in Cardano? You may want to take half of it and put it in there, but you also got to look like, guess what? Ethereum has just ran up massively. Cardano has just ran up massively. Ethereum hasn't. That generally is a losing recipe, right? Now, can Cardano go to $2? I thought maybe it'd get to $2 by the end of this month when, pricing in a market crash during February. But it's generally not good practice to FOMO out of one thing and jump into another. And so for me, I'm advising people, I don't think that's a great idea right now. That's a better idea when Ethereum is up and Cardano's not. And that will happen at some point during this run. That's the thing that separates your winners from your losers. When you start feeling that angst and that anxiety to move and to jump out, that's generally when, and we haven't seen it yet, right? People have been feeling it for a minute. It hasn't happened. That's where you got to be patient. You got to be patient. I believe it's going to come. Now, once that happens, would you consider moving a larger percentage of your portfolio over to Cardano? We have. We just haven't borrowed from our Ethereum to do that, if that makes sense. So, but Canada's CL Global, here's some bullish news for Ethereum. Follows for what would be the first Ether ETF. In an announcement, the firm said, I think that CI Galaxy Ethereum ETF would be the first ETF in the world to invest directly in Ether. Now, it's important to note this was filed, not completed yet. It reminds me of all the stuff in 2018 with Bitcoin ETFs that never materialized. But it's pretty big because this is the first one where people are saying, like, okay, Ethereum, is holding strong. Maybe it can't be manipulated. That's part of the decision to make ETFs. They can't be manipulated. And is the market cap now high enough? We don't know. Ethereum is the leading candidate to be base layer of Web 3.0 and Ether is a growth asset that provides investors exposure to the explosion of decentralized applications, said Mike Novogratz, chairman and CEO of Galaxy Digital. Now, Galaxy Digital from Mike Novogratz will act as the Ether sub-advisor and execute trading on behalf of the ETF. Mike Novogratz is really bullish. He still thinks, listen, guys, and I know the Cardano people don't want to hear this right now, and that's okay. Look, I love Cardano. I said if I had to choose one right now, I'm choosing Cardano at this exact moment, okay? Ethereum still has the leg up. Ethereum still has the advantage right now. Is it losing some of that advantage? Yeah, it is. Cardano's picking up in a lot of spaces. Can Cardano beat it in market share? Yeah, it can. But Ethereum still has the advantage right now. It's kind of like, I always love to use football analogies. It's kind of like this. Like, if you got two teams and things are pretty even, guess what matters? The home field advantage, right? If you got two teams that are exactly even, the Vegas odds will put that at -3 points, handicapped in favor of the home team. It plays in. It matters, right? Ethereum's got the leg up. It's been around longer. It's got a bigger group of developers. Cardano's got plans to tap into a larger pool of developers, which I love, which can boost it. Right now, Ether still got the advantage, and Mike Novogratz says it right there. And I know it's like having to choose between, your wife and your kids or something sometimes. When it comes to Ethereum versus Cardano, it's just hard decisions because you see what's coming, you see what's fresh, you see what's new, but you see what's been working. It's having some problems, but it's great too. So that's kind of where I'm at. I feel torn in a lot of places. Someone says, John Cullen says, hey, BitBoy and TJ, have you guys been following Beeple's NFT auction at the Christie House auction? No, I have not, but we do want to talk more NFTs.
Yeah, we're going to look into that some more next week. That is a pretty big deal that Christie's auction house is now selling digital goods and NFTs. But we'll look into that more.
Yeah, we got the BitBoy deck builder game coming out on Wax. Don't forget about that, guys. Don't forget about that. Okay, so let's go to billion-dollar buys here. Square buys $170 million worth of Bitcoin. Square, of course, that's the company from Jack Dorsey. Square bought $170 million worth of Bitcoin, the company revealed in its fiscal fourth quarter financial report Tuesday. Company said it purchased approximately 3,318 Bitcoins, expanding on its October 2020 buy of 4,709. Square says it represents about 5% of the company's total assets at the end of 2020, and I bet it's going to end up being a much larger percentage of that. Pouring into the digital coin comes a risk due to its volatility. Tesla's share price is now directly linked to the price of Bitcoin, according to Wedbush analyst Daniel Ives. Guys, these companies are continuing to buy. And we really are going to hit a point soon where there's just not going to be enough Bitcoin left to go around for people. And it's coming. I mean, if you project 8 years into the future to where to where people are only going to be getting, there's basically going to be 212 Bitcoin mined a day or something like that. 212. They're already buying like 300% of the daily amount mined. They're having to dip back into the circulating supply to buy, and I think that trend is definitely going to continue. We also have this. Look at this, guys. This is insane. And once again, linked to where? Linked to Miami. Dubai's IBC Group. They make one of the top 5 root beers in the world. IBC root beer. I'm just kidding. I don't think they actually make root beer. I don't think it's the same IBC. Maybe it is. I don't know. Dubai's IBC Group pledges 100,000 Bitcoin, the largest Bitcoin investment in history, to support setup of the Miami 2.0 Blockchain Strategy Foundation. And this is going to actually kind of weave into some Ethereum stuff too, because I found some really interesting stuff in this article. Karam Shroff, this guy right here, Karam Shroff, the chairman of Dubai's IBC Group and a noted Arab whale, and the poster child of blockchain technology in the Middle East and Asia. I guess, what is this guy? Is he like the Pomp over there or the BitBoy Crypto over there? That's probably what he is. He's pledged 100,000 Bitcoin, current value at $4.8 billion. And the first thing that struck me when I thought about this was I didn't see the 100,000 number. All I saw was the 4.8 billion. And I said to myself, I think that's more than the Bitcoin pizza is worth today. Like the Bitcoin pizza is 10,000 Bitcoin. This is 10 times more than that. So that would be worth $480 million, I guess now. The 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza back in 2010, I think. But anyways, it says he pledged 100,000 Bitcoin to set up the Miami 2.0 Blockchain Strategy Foundation and many other joint venture projects. Mr. Strauss backing of Miami 2.0 Blockchain Strategy could turbocharge use of the crypto. Now, here's what's really interesting. An avid supporter of Ethereum 2.0, Karam Shroff was instrumental in its beacon chain reaching the required threshold for its launch in November 2020. As of the date of this article, the Beacon chain has more than $5 billion worth of Ether staked to secure the Ethereum proof of stake, or 2.0, to enable decentralized finance, including DeFi and dApps. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to think about on this. Number one, this is the biggest buy of Bitcoin in history. Let me get super chat from Alt Season. Hey, BitBoy and TJ. If you combine our names, by the way, you guys can, if you want to talk to both of us, just say, hey, BJ.
Yeah.
Because that's our names combined,
Together.
obviously.
Right.
I was a seasonal businessman, and watching your show, I now make money all year. Thank you guys so much. At the end of this video, we're going to be showing you guys what I found to be just an incredible message I got from somebody, and it's along those same lines, and I can't wait to show you guys about it. But here's what's interesting when you come back to the story. Number one, biggest Bitcoin buy. That's great. But this is one of the most bullish people on Ethereum, okay? This whole thing is about bringing blockchain to Miami. Now, we've seen in China talks of digital cities. We've seen other places that are trying to become digital cities. I believe that they're going to try to turn Miami into a totally digital city in the next few years. Maybe for the next bull run. What do you think it's going to need to run? You think that thing's going to run on Bitcoin? What's it going to run on, TJ?
Blockchain.
Blockchain, not just Bitcoin. What's going to be a key component to that? Ethereum. Or maybe Cardano. But you would think the guy trying to fund this Miami digital city, who's known for Ethereum 2.0, will be leaning that way. So something to think about. Could be more bullish news for Ethereum as well. Let's move into the Kraken Conspiracy. This is pretty interesting stuff. I got a message on, I think it was on LinkedIn. I'm going to show you guys here in just a second. There it is. So I want to do that and then this, I think. Kraken CEO says Ether flash crash down to trading, not system glitch. We'll look at the chart in a second. We'll let you decide. Jesse Powell suggested an Ether whale might have decided to dump his life savings.
Wow.
Wow.
That's what they're going with, huh?
What a haircut on this dude.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I tell you what, if he had a lady face, he might be a sexy lady. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That hair is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Luscious locks. You got to love it. Okay. What's that, Mr. Elron? He's laughing.
He's just laughing.
People in the background laughing. He's chuckling. The CEO of the Kraken cryptocurrency. I can't do long hair, guys. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I had a little bit longer hair. I just can't do it. I don't know how y'all do it with the long hair. I think if you're a rocker, like, it definitely makes sense for you. If you're in charge of a crypto exchange, I don't know. Or I don't know. Maybe you're like an account on Twitter and, like, you're very self-important. You think you're a rocker, but you're not. I don't know. I'm just saying. CEO of the Kraken cryptocurrency exchange has said a sudden 50% drop in Ether's price on the exchange Monday was caused by an extreme sell-off and not a system glitch. There doesn't seem to be any evidence of a trading engine malfunction. Well, let's look at the freaking chart here. What do you guys think? Does that look like a normal drop in trading?
That's insane.
Does it? How insane is that? A 50% drop in a minute. What is this? This is the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart. Look at that drop. That's insane.
And the instant recovery.
The instant recovery, right? Because everybody was just buying it up at those price points. Those orders could have said it, maybe. I don't know. Seems like there's something wrong. I'm just saying, when we've seen charts like this before, there's always been something wrong. Every time. Now, I thought this was interesting. In one exchange on Twitter, Powell was more blunt, asking, how do you find fair?
How do you define fair?
How do you define fair? So I'm just thinking about, like, his hair is that of a fine maiden, of a fair maiden. Yeah. A fine, fair maiden, his hair is. No offense to y'all that have long hair. I just can't do it. How do you define fair? The system worked as intended. Everyone knew the rules up front. What more can you ask for?
Wow.
Dang it, I'm your dad and I said so.
Yeah.
That's what that comes across as, doesn't it? I mean, my gosh. Like, well, like, take some freaking responsibility. So anyways, guys, so that sets up the story, right? There's supposedly a lot going on here behind the scenes. I've said for a long time, I don't like Kraken. I've never used Kraken. It's not an exchange I personally have used for my personal stuff. I think there was a time where I tried to do a top exchanges for Americans video, which I just did a top exchanges video for different categories. If you guys want to check that out on the channel. But I did like top 5 exchanges for Americans. Actually, one of my videos from my earlier days that did pretty well. And I wanted to put Kraken on there, but I went to go use it. I was like, this thing's so clunky and it sucks. God, I wouldn't even want to recommend this to anybody. Okay? These people. So I got this message. On LinkedIn. Like to connect and talk with you regarding Kraken flash crash of February 22nd. I live in SoCal. He may have long hair too. I am one of many victims, and my account lost nearly 70% of my account. I've joined a community of traders on Telegram that were all impacted by this event. Kraken gave everyone that I know of some hush money to go away, about 10 to 25% of the total losses. Now, if we go back to this article here, at the bottom, it says, Kraken is unlikely to roll back trades. Powell advised Tuesday, but hinted at offering some kind of compensation for clients affected. So we see here, like it said, Kraken gave everyone that I know some hush money, 10 to 25% of the total losses. Everyone believes that is a slap in the face and like to take this all the way. Additionally, we believe to save face, Kraken is beginning to put out some bot tweets by fake accounts stating that Kraken refunded them 100% of their losses and thanking them for making this right. We can provide details of what occurred. This guy had tons of ADA, with 20% of it on margin. It all got liquidated at 25 cents for Cardano. Wow. Leave that up there. We are looking for help with those with big voices in crypto communities such as yourself. Our last option will be to file for a class action lawsuit. Are you able to help us? Well, this is what I'll say. Jesse Powell isn't helping this. I mean, he's certainly not helping. I mean, Cointelegraph thinks he's one of the most influential people in crypto. I guess that got proven right. Right? Just didn't think it was going to be influential in this way. This guy's coming off as, you just should have known better. You should have known better. But he's the one that built the system. They built the system the way that it is. And they're not given like a lot of specifics. I'll say that. There's not a lot of specifics on this. All they're saying, it wasn't a trading glitch. It wasn't, wasn't the machine. Because think about this. What if it was? What if it was an error in their trading mechanics? What would that mean? That would mean you got to be tight booty hole all the time when you're trading on there, which means what? People aren't going to trade there.
Yeah, everybody get off.
Everybody would get off. And they got to go and, somewhere else. I think it's definitely something to consider. I can't verify that this is true. I can't verify that, they are giving hush money to people. I can't verify that they're using bots on Twitter. But what I can say is the tone's not great at this. There doesn't seem, here's the thing, right? People make mistakes. I've made mistakes. People make mistakes with good intentions. With good intentions, sometimes you just do or say the wrong thing. Based on the information you had at the time, it might have been the best decision. Turns out later, it wasn't. But you know what people want to see? They want to see contrition. They want to see, like, apologies, that you're actually sorry for this. They don't want to be scolded for voicing their concerns. And that's what's happening. And I think that is the biggest problem with this situation. So it's yet to be seen what's going on. But, I did see this message, and I am trying to talk about it. I want people to know about this, and, we'll see who takes it from here and who runs with it. For me personally, I don't use Kraken, so I can't really talk a lot about the inner workings of it. I only margin trade on Bybit. It's the only place I margin trade on. I trust it 100%. You're going to find out in an hour and a half when my interview with Ben from there, why I like it, why I think it's great, or all the stuff they've got coming that's big. So you guys can check that out. But for me, I ain't touching Kraken with a 10-foot pole. Jake Mastroianni says, he's only been learning about crypto for a few weeks now. Awesome. Well, welcome to the community. I love the content. Where do you prefer to buy ADA? Much love, BJ.
Love it.
Love it. Love it. Much love, BJ. Much love. ADA, I buy it at Binance.us. You can also buy it on KuCoin. Those are the two best places. If your state's not approved for Binance.us, you can use KuCoin. No KYC there. We like it. So let's get into mail time. Here's another message. Excuse me. I think I just burped on camera. Wow. Really sorry about that, guys. Very offended. It was just water. The water made me do it. We need to get our essential water back up here.
Yeah.
Gary said he wanted to challenge me. Gary, I got your message there. He said he wanted to challenge me to a home run derby.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. A home run derby.
I think my money might be on him.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't.
He looks like he can ball.
He can. He's an excellent athlete. He was really good. He was really good. He was very intimidating. He was like the tallest kid in the league, man. He was one of the top 2 or 3 players that year. He was a year older than me. I mean, the next year I was pretty good myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty good. Ends up home run, whatever. But I think I can take him. We'll see. I'm training real hard right now for it, so we'll see. But I got this message, guys, and I wanted to read this because to me it just sums up everything we're doing here. I know that there's just one line in here that I really want to highlight that's really good. So I told him I'd keep it anonymous. I just want to take a moment to tell you 2 simple words. Thank you. I was first introduced to your content last year on TikTok. Remember when everybody was telling me that, being on TikTok was stupid and it was dumb and you shouldn't do it and it's for kids and all this stuff. This is the fruit of that. I was first introduced to your content last year on TikTok when you were still the CEO of Facts. Your brand of edutainment instantly engaged me and immediately hit the plus or the follow sign and look forward to your next post. Fast forward a few months and you started talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. You can leave that on there. As I was already invested into the stock market, your confidence in the space piqued my interest. And he spelled piqued right. I really like that. Enough to make a few investments and get involved in the space. This was back in mid-October. Listen to this. Listen to this line, guys. Listen to this. And guys, this I really want you. I know I got a big head. I know that. I know that. Okay. I try to talk about you guys and make this about the BitSquad because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be anything. That's the truth. Okay. But I want you guys to know this line I'm about to read. This is not about me. This is about the opportunity that cryptocurrency offers people. That's why I'm here. This is why we do what we do. To shake people into realizing the old system's broken. This is the new. It's like telling people to invest in Google or Amazon the first year they were open, right? Your information has made me more money in the last 6 months than I have in the last 12 years with my financial planner. I can't give you financial advice, but I sure as heck tell you how to make money. That's for sure. Won't always be like this. Bear market will come. But right now, this is it. Granted, this week has been brutal, but your daily live stream gives me hope that this roller coaster still has some track left to travel for the end of the line. My ETH even invested a significant amount into ETH right before the dump as well. Sorry, wifey. But I'm still confident that she'll make it back and we'll be okay. I am as well. I'm sure it's harder during a drop like this to endure the panic and negativity being spewed by some of the people out there, especially in your comment section, guys. It gets spewed no matter what's happening. It's okay. It's just part of the job. I love all those people too, and I hope over time we'll turn them. I hope they'll see the authenticity and they'll want to believe that we're different instead of wanting to believe that we're not than other people out there. I appreciate all of the hard work you and your team are doing to guide and inform the newcomers to the space. Even purchased Market Cipher and have been dedicating hours a day to learning the software. I'm excited to start engaging in leverage trading. So far, I'm down a whopping $5 and hoping to avoid getting wrecked with careless emotional trades. I just want to read that line one more time. Your information has made me more money in the last 6 months than I have in the last 12 years with my financial planner. Is that not amazing, guys?
That's insane.
It's insane. What did that say? I missed it.
Oh.
You lost it.
I'll find
Somebody in Kennesaw, what are they saying? Hey, BJA? Who's A? I don't know who the A is. I'm in Kennesaw. Would love to connect about a Spanish crypto BitBoy channel idea. Yeah, we're going to be doing meetups here soon. We're going to see how this one goes in Vegas, and then we're going to start doing them here. It's definitely on our list of things to do. But, guys, I see a lot of the messages. I see almost every message that comes in. I can't respond to all of them. I'm just sorry. There's too many. but I can at least kind of glance over. We're getting so many messages from people that are changing their lives and have changed their lives. And it's not always going to be like this. Like, this is the sweetest time in crypto. We're in the sweet spot right now where people are making money. We now have, with this dip, another opportunity for people to get in at good prices before they go back up. You know, once Ethereum hits $5,000, we're going to be talking to the people that are in it already. I can't be telling people it's a great opportunity anymore, depending on when it happens. We go to 5,000 in a month, then still probably a lot more to go. But enjoy this time, make money during this time, make smart decisions in this time, and learn how to lock in profits. We're going to be talking about more locking in profits tomorrow with Bybit and things like that on a tutorial. But guys, I love you guys. I love getting these messages. I love that we're helping people on a daily basis. Make sure if you guys want to send anything, I gave the address above. And I don't mean we don't need stuff. I just mean if there's something that you did want to send in, you want us to see or anything like that. So, guys, I think the markets are going up. I'm looking for opportunities. I do think we're going to get one quick dip first, though, and then I'm going to be looking for opportunities to get another long. I'm hoping we can kill this 10K to 100K challenge, get it done in about a week's time. That would be pretty cool. I think you guys would be impressed in that. Then we might be able to get back trading some big money. So, everybody, drop your comments down below. Don't forget to come check out our video tonight at 2 and at 6, or today at 2 and later tonight at 6. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.